This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Call of Cthulhu. In the last episode, we solved the safe code to get to the book of the Necronomicon, even though we haven't actually called it that. And it took me longer than it should have to find the answer, because I can't see worth a dang. Anyway, the book has transferred us into the body of Miss Colden at the hospital. Whether we're still in control of her or she's in control and we're just watching, it's hard to say. But apparently we're getting to the bottom of a mystery with Dr. Fuller and whatever he's dealing with. Obviously, he's up to no good, especially since he has ties with the cult, if any of our information is said otherwise. So, let's see. She's asking us about the crimes. Nobody mentioned crimes for now. Hidden files of proof. Stay out of this. It's always good to have an ally. Hidden files are proof.
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
Ah, the British term. I haven't heard to keep him mum in a long time. Let's see what the... nope, that's not new. It said we had some new stuff. Maybe it's because from what I looked at earlier when I was in between things, so... Alright, more sleeping potions? Oh no, sleeping potions. I don't know why I said that.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects.
Oh, is that like the good Dr. Fuller's homemade remedies or whatever? Alright, so now we're playing as Miss Colden now, so we don't have to worry about her stats. We just have to worry how good she is at whatever she's doing. Which means we can still do the whole sneak, lean, and stuff like that. So I'll have to keep that in mind as we... That's kind of interesting to have a chapter where we're not playing as Pierce, and an interesting way of doing it, just having him do it through magic or whatever it is.
This place draws you in and never lets you go.
Yeah. You know, while she was saying that, I was pressing the triangle to see if there's any, if she has a light source, but she doesn't. So, all right. Before I go exploring outside, I want to explore this place really quick. Where is Dr. Fuller anyway? Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island.
Yeah, whatever's affecting it is spreading to everyone, it seems like. That's why they're running out of sleeping pills and whatever is required for that.
Hay fever. What's he doing here?
Wait, hay fever? Huh, that doesn't seem like something you go to a hospital for. Is that a blood bucket? Not sure. Let's keep looking around.
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
You haven't been eating food from like a soup or anything like that from a space store dive bar or whatever.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation.
Oh, I guess we need to IV him, I guess.
Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
Well, we'll see if that helps him or not. We could have ignored him too. But, although maybe there was a reason to do that. Nothing over here to check out, so I don't know. Wonder if how long that'll keep her occupied, even though we didn't really need to keep her occupied, but... Alright, just keep looking around, see, before we go into the actual hospital proper. I guess technically make our rounds, sure. Hello, my good man. Are you dying? Good, great.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
Whaling station. The bootleggers, what happened here, you tell me about it another time. I don't care about your problems, bye. The bootleggers?
The one that hides the smuggling business.
Oh no, not them. They don't go on that side of the island. Everyone in his place. The captain on one side, Cat on the other, and me. I've been to the whaling station, I have.
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back.
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
Wait, if he broke his back, that's it, dude. I mean, well, it depends. I guess it depends on how bad his back got broken.
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
You may be out for a while though, depending on which disc you broke.
Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
Huh? Well, last time we saw Irene Sanders, she was like maybe a little weepy or whatever and staring at a picture, and then I guess she got admitted to the hospital in between that time. The file describes the state in which Irene Sanders entered the Riverside Institute, as well as the treatments administered to her. Fuller added a handwritten note. He recommends to take her down to the psychiatric wing in order to provide her with the quiet and rest that she needs. Of course he did. That's what he suggests of everyone here.
Mrs. Sanders?
It looks like she's out cold. Time to warm her up. No. So that's what happened to Miss Sanders. Well, it's not like we knew she was missing or anything like that. It's just kind of like, oh, huh. Keep looking around. What's this?
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney.
Despite his creepiness, his skill with whatever medicine or whatever you want to call it, like his acumen, is impressive. But I don't know, man. No, those are his feet. Those are just really nasty. Ain't your feet, dude.
Intoxication from breathing organic vapors.
I wonder if it's from those creepy whale oils or whatever from the, or that green gas stuff or whatever it is from the institute that was pumping out everywhere. Let's see what this is.
What is the boiler room key doing here?
Can I not take it?
The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it. The key to the boiler room. Not
I guess I
where
can only
expected to
take
find
it when it's necessary. I'm just surprised it wouldn't let me take it. So I guess maybe when I need it, I'll grab it or look for it. But
another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
I think it has something to do with like cults and Cthulhian horrors, maybe. But that wouldn't be medically professed enough. That one's empty. Let's see. Where I've been. There. Yep, another good nurse. Let's see. Nope.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination.
So something's not working for him. I guess we'll find out if he's down with the sickness.
He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling.
Interesting.
His binds left bloody wounds. So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
Keep taking care of his wounds. I don't know what more we can do. This patient has been mistreated. Well, he was taken from the psychiatric ward. We don't know how they've been. We know, well, Pierce knows how they've been treated. I mean, mistreated not by you, nurse, but by good Dr. Fuller. Do we want to stir the kettle for now until we find the evidence? But yeah, we need to bring in mistreatment when it is, so yeah.
Those basement brutes tied him up too tight, and now he's hurt.
I keep trying to heal his wounds, but he reopens them.
Do you have a diploma as a nurse?
Excuse me?
So take care of this man.
Oof. That was a bit aggressive, miss. Maybe I should have chosen the top option, but whatever. Alright, well, yeah, it's like, keep taking care of him. We'll fix it later, I guess. Fix it in post. Yeah, we got a whole area to explore, man. Alright, well. But yeah, I wonder what, kind of makes me curious to find out what, like, Colden's stats are. Hello.
Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
Oh, yeah, she is fine, yeah. I saw her. She's fine.
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference.
Now I'm kind of curious what that trophy is. I've yet to go back and actually check what those were that I've gotten it for. I guess just because of helping them, reassuring them, when I could have just... Maybe you get for just doing so many things as the doctor instead of just ignoring it and doing the task at hand, that type of thing. Because you know, we've got a job to do, but I mean, we've got a thing we need to take care of, but we still have a job to do. Ugh. Is that slop?
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
That's not good, right? Because you don't want to... Or maybe they just don't have the funds for that? I don't know, that just seems weird to have both of them eat the exact same food, you know? But again, maybe it costs too much. Hello, Sweep.
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
Well, just watch out for
my
it.
leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan.
Listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
Oh, you gossiping?
Dr. Colden?
Just gave me snippy lip. Alright. Anything in here? Ooh, hello. Medicine and Secret Sciences. This very interesting book aimed at a wide public demonstrates how non-recognized sciences have influenced modern medicine. Magnetism, grandmother secrets, Chinese acupuncture, hypnosis, herbal medicine, alchemy, and many others have contributed to a certain extent to the enrichment of medical medicine at the beginning of the century. Huh. I wonder if when we go back to our own body, it improves our stats, because there was no like stat increase, so so I assume that happened. That'll happen to Pierce when we go back to him. So okay, that takes me. Okay, we're back here now.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up, and I'm the one who pays. What a pest! It's so unfair.
It was like, who's saying that? Like, where is that being said?
Everybody says it. She's a witch,
Oh.
an old hag. I didn't make this up, and I'm the one who pays. What a pest! It's so unfair.
Okay, Nurse, are you alright? You're talking to yourself. I guess she's preparing the baths or whatever these are. We'll see. Those look like old-fashioned like cleaners or saunas or whatever they're called, and then these are the baths. So I have no idea what those are. Well, anyway, let's talk to this lady. She seems to be talking to herself.
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Why go through her? Hang in there. Yeah, why do you have to go through her anyway? Why go through her?
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, it looks like you're definitely a beta, B-type.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Okay, well, we'll take a look and see where that goes. That probably will help us. We probably need to get in the boiler room for some reason, though. I don't think we have like a pretty, like, oh, you have to do this because, you know, but there'll probably be a reason here in a moment when we get to that point. Just seeing if anything popped out. Doesn't seem like it. Okay. And yeah, there's the boiler room that way, I assume.
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Or, I mean, Fuller's office, but whatever. I mean, because the boiler room would be wherever this goes. Right. Derp. Had a derp moment there for a second. Anywho.
Says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up.
Yeah, you keep talking to yourself. Ooh, what's this? Oh, this kind of ties into... Let's see, where's this? Administration. Man, so many places to explore and check. Man, this will take me a hot minute. But that's fine. That's fine. Too bad I don't have a light source. It's kind of bugging me that I can't, like, pull up my light or something just because I'm having trouble seeing. Although it looks like there's a lot of places to explore. There's probably only like a handful of things to actually check, though. It just seems like that at the first glance. Man, many places to check and poke our noses into. Wouldn't be a good doctor if we didn't poke our noses into our own, not our own business. This place could have maybe a place to get a hold of a key or something like that for Fuller's office, maybe. Who knows? The reference book of medical sciences. Like a dictionary, this work references in alphabetical order all the medical sciences known and practiced in the modern world. For each of the entries, the major works and the names of the reference authorities are listed. I wonder how many of those. Well, no, we're not actually taking the books, so never mind. I guess we won't get an actual percentage increase, or maybe we will. I don't know. It doesn't say anything when I look it up, or when I. See. Okay, that ties into that. Oh, another nurse. Hello.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do.
Oh, screw off. This is the witch that one nurse was talking about. I can see why no one likes you. She's like, what? And then even the doctor's like, nothing. Kind of reminds me of Riss Ratchet from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
Gotcha. Oh, that was the lady who was in when Pierce had that like vision of like the nurse that was helping Fuller with his experiments. She was there, so we need to distract Donovan or cut off the water to force her to encounter the nurse. Okay, so that room's cut off for now until we can get her out of the way. So with murder. Oh wait, we're not gonna murder people. We're a doctor. We're not supposed to do that. So okay. Let's see, we're in there. There. Okay. So we can follow the pipes. Can we actually go into the pharmacy? Yeah. Sure we can. Ooh.
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
What is he doing? Prescription for barbiturates, signed by Dr. Fuller. I couldn't actually read the actual thing. It seemed too squiggly for me, so. Oh. Hey, nurse.
We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, but Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment.
Seems like she seems too loyal to the doctor. I wonder what he's promised her. Delinquit? Yeah. This pseudo-scientific work morphology with his criminal predispositions. The seriousness of the study and the accuracy of the demonstrations can deceive an uninformed reader. I can see that giving us a medical bump even though it shouldn't. Let's see. Ooh.
We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
Yeah, I need more medicine, but we've been... Fuller and company have been using too much of it. Or just the town in general. Okay, why do I want to see? See, we weren't even there. Did we talk to you? Oh, she just said our name.
Dr.
Right?
Colden?
Yeah. I might as well check through here before we start messing with the messing with the water or whatever we want to do on that.
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but...
You're in the 1900s. What more could you actually do? Well, I guess quite a bit, but you know what I mean. Ooh, what's this? Fight tuberculosis! Obey the rules of health! Let's just leave. Let's get out of here.
There's no way I'm leaving until I find what Fuller is hiding.
Okay. Diphtheria is deadly. Immunization is the safeguard. Yeah, people, take your shots. If you live in a town of people and you have to interact with people, take your shots. Stupid I mean, never mind. I'm not even going to get into it. Nope. Forget I said anything. I'm not going to talk about it. This is Call of Cthulhu. Ooh, spooky ghosts. Or spooky tentacle things. Fresh air for the babies. Kind of can read it, but I can't. I'm not close enough to my TV, so... And you know how I am with reading things. Help! I need somebody. Help! I'm just not anybody. Help!
Where did my fiancé go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Oof, they are a bunch of nutcases, as it were. Well, looks like Miss Colden has a lot of work cut out for her, and this hospital is quite massive indeed. Will we be able to find a way to distract Donovan, get the information, and stop Fuller from what he's doing? Well, find out next time in the next episode of Call of Cthulhu. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.